Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today, we're going to do a little review on the Dunlop D606 dual sport tires. But instead of sitting here in front of my garage, we're going to go get out there and go get a real-time review. All right, stick around. Dunlop D606 dual sport tire is a really good all-around tire, I feel like. Granted, these are the first set of dual sport tires I've ran, but compared to all the other MX tires that I've ran, these seem to do just fine, and I'm okay with that. Now, something that you got to understand is that the carcass on these is really stiff, so you can sort of afford to run lower PSI on these. When I go off-road, I'm running close to about 15, and that's without a rim lock, and anything lower than 15 I would highly recommend using a rim lock. I bought 2 of them. I have yet to put them on because I haven't had really a reason to need to put them on. So hopefully I don't give myself one. But I'm going to go through all the terrain that I've ran them on, and then just give my general overview. So, road, asphalt, whatever. They seem to do great. They are a little noisy to some. To me, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal to me. But some people might find them a little noisy. On dirt, I think they handle pretty well. Now, I do kind of feel like they slide a little bit more. And while this is, I think it's a 140. I think this one's a 140. Hold on. No, this is a 130. So this is still 10 millimeters wider than the MX tires that I've ran on my old bikes. So this does slide around a little bit, but you can tell that the tire profile is definitely more rounded because it is a DOT legal tire. Some people don't like the front tires, so they'll go with a what the hell is it? They'll go with another one. They don't like the D606 front tire, and I can kind of see why. In dirt, it definitely feels like it wants to kind of wash around a little more, and I don't fully trust it when, say I'm trying to get out of a rut. I don't fully trust it to bite on, since that's the first thing that's going to try to leave the rut. I don't feel totally confident in it, so it makes me a little weary to try and get out of a rut. So I might, slow down and try to get out of it versus just maintaining my speed and getting myself out. Honestly, though, so far they haven't been too bad for me, but still, in a little bit looser stuff, it definitely feels more washy than MX tires, which MX tires have a lot more traction than dual sport tires. Now we'll go in the rocks. I've ridden rocks in these a decent bit, as much as like I want to take a 300-pound 4-stroke into rocks. They feel fine. I haven't actually had to let me rephrase that. They feel fine. I have never gotten stuck to where I'm just doing a burnout on the rocks. They hook up really well, and that's also probably because they do really well on the hard pack gravel as well. So rocks, it's fine. It's good. It's good enough for me. And this is a dual sport, man. We're not out there doing hard enduro on dual sports. We're just trying to have fun on some trails and just go explore. So it's fine enough for me. Next, talk about sand, which some people enjoy riding sand. I'm one of those people. So I feel like in sand, and I've tried to run the PSI, like I said, about 15, and honestly that carcass being so stiff, it doesn't really seem to make a whole heck of a lot of difference. It does okay. The front definitely wants to wash out more than the sand. I read sand quite a bit. I got the St. Anthony sand dunes just to the north of me, about 15 minutes. So I know how to ride sand, and these do not give me a whole lot of confidence. It can be done, but it doesn't give me a ton of confidence. And I'm not going to go try to do, a sandy hill climb. Well, I might. Haven't had the chance yet, but I might. Or I'm just gonna throw a paddle on there, be a big boy. Anyway, but in the sand, I've encountered it. It's definitely more washy. So will it do it? Yes. Do I recommend it if you're constantly in sand? No. I'm sure there's better options out there. You might just need to move to a dedicated MX tire if you want an all-arounder, or if you're just going to be constantly riding sand, maybe go with a scoop. Not a paddle, a scoop. And then just sort of my final thoughts on it. For what they are, and once these tires need to be replaced, I'll try out some different ones. But for how much they are, a lot of people swear by the rear, not by the front. But again, price point, they're relatively expensive. And I've seen hit or miss, what the hell, reviews, I guess, on the Tusk versions of the D606s, because Tusk basically looks at Dunlop, copies it, just not as good, and sells them a lot cheaper, which honestly to me is great. Last year on my YZ450, I had the Tusk version of the MX33s, I think, or 34s, whatever their hard to intermediate tire is, and those did great. They did chunk a little bit just due to the lava rocks that we have around here, but they did great. And for $60 a pop, I don't mind going through tires as much. Dude, just for me, riding around in the desert or up in the mountains, these tires do just fine. So if they came on your bike, great. I don't think you have anything to worry about. But if you're buying new, the rear tire, solid. Front tire, maybe go with something else. Do a little bit more research. But still, all around, they came on this bike, brand spanking new. Put 200 miles on them. The only thing I can't talk to is the longevity of them. But based on the 200 miles, they are barely starting to round. And they look fine. There's no chunking that I've noticed. So if you like this review, please feel free to throw a thumbs up at it. Maybe even hit that little sub button. Help your boy out, because I like making videos. Next review, I've got so much crap on this bike. I can get a lot of reviews out of stuff. I'll probably do the tank next. So anyways, if you want to see that, stick around to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.